Hey guys, welcome back and Happy New Year. Thanks for sticking around for this part 2 of my best stocks to buy in 2021. For sticking around, I got a really good video for you as I'm going to be breaking down some of the stocks that I believe can double in the next year alone. Now, some of these stocks are going to be a little bit more speculative as some of them are SPACs. However, I do think they are really well positioned in their industry to do really well far into the future. And without further ado, let's dive right into it. Alright guys, up next we have Corsair Gaming. Now, I'm really bullish on the gaming industry, just in general. However, because of obviously this pandemic, there's been a lot of people staying at home and playing more games. Because of this, a lot more people are investing into the kind of hardware that's necessary to be able to play these games, and Corsair is really at the forefront of this. Now, Corsair essentially builds PC hardware and components, essentially for people to game on them. Okay, so right off the bat, just by looking at their website, we can see what kind of products they have. They have cases, keyboards, headsets, audio, and gaming PCs. They also have mice, power supplies, CPU coolers, custom coolers, and fans. Honestly, they just have really dope equipment, and if you talk to any gamer, I believe that they'll know what Corsair is all about. So Corsair IPO'd earlier this year, about $17, and shot up quite significantly up to $40. Now it's been trading down and it's been trading in this wedge, and is currently sitting about $37. Now it's only at a $3.4 billion market cap, and it's seeing pretty robust revenue growth. So we can see it's sitting at only about a $3.3 billion market cap. Its forward PE is about 25, and its price of sales is only about 2. Now, its quarterly revenue growth is about 60%, which is very healthy. And I think with a price of sales of 2, this company is pretty undervalued. And as long as Corsair continues to see this demand in gaming and is continuing to see this top line revenue growth, I think it has a lot of runway for it to continue to grow. Now, in the past earnings, they smashed it by beating it by 26 cents. And we can see by their annual financials, we can see that they've seen steady top line revenue growth. However, their earnings have dipped off and have gone negative in the past 2 years. If we look at their quarterly earnings though, we can see that they've seen really strong revenue growth and they turn a profit in the past 4 quarters alone. Their past quarter was really good, and I think as long as they continue to do well and show these kind of healthy signs, Corsair has a lot of runway for the stock to continue to grow. Alright guys, so now I want to dive into a little bit more of speculative plays, and I want to dive into some SPACs that I'm really excited about. So the first SPAC that I'm going to be talking about today is Chargepoint, ticker symbol SBE. Now, all Chargepoint is a network of different electric vehicle charging stations where you're able to plug in your electric car and be able to charge. Now, Chargepoint has been around for a really long time, and it's definitely the leader in this space. Now, we can see on their website that they're targeting different areas from businesses to fleets and drivers. And you're able to access hundreds of thousands of places to charge all through their app. And they're saying that they do it all. They're the only network with an integrated portfolio of hardware, cloud services, and support. And they have 86.3 million charges delivered and counting. Now, smart charging is their main focus, and they're still pioneering new ways to make electronic mobility a very easy choice. Now, I'm not going to be diving into their financials or the valuation. In this episode, I kind of just want to talk about exactly where I see Chargepoint going. Now, there is a huge EV revolution happening right now. Now, for those of you who live in California like myself, you probably already know, but Gavin Newsom is really trying to push by 2030 for all vehicles to become electric. Now, I believe this is a trend that is only in its infancy and will continue to be expansive all across the US. I think investing in a single electronic vehicle could be a good idea. However, if you invest in this network of charging stations, you're taking a bet on the EV sector as a whole. I think the risk is a lot lower and the opportunity is really high as they are becoming the centralized network for all these different charging stations. Okay, so up next, we have a stock that I'm really hyped about. It's Weedmaps, ticker symbol SSPK. Now, for those of you who don't know what Weedmaps is about or who don't consume, Weedmaps is essentially the number one platform to be able to find marijuana dispensaries and to place orders. That's only on the customer side. On the business side, it's become the central operating system for businesses to be able to run their operations. Not only does it allow them to list all their products and all their information on their site, which has become essentially like the Yelp but it also provides them all the different tools and compliance regulations for them to follow, making it really easy for a business to get up to speed in the matter of no time. Now, I believe it could be one of the best tech plays in this sector. And as we know, this sector is continuing to heat up as the stigma behind this product is becoming more normalized, and we can see that a lot more states are beginning to either decriminalize or legalize it. Now, one risk factor that I've heard time and time again is that this company is just like another Yelp. However, I don't really see it like that. Now, Weedmaps has a really strong advertising revenue business. However, that's not the only revenue income stream that they have. Because they're becoming the central operating system for all these businesses, they become a crucial part for them to run their business. I think as long as this whole industry continues to grow and it continues to see legalization into other states, Weedmaps is poised to do really well far into this decade. Okay, and lastly, we have an up-and-coming stock that was just put on my radar by one of you guys. Shout out to Camille for actually putting this on my radar. But the company I'm going to be talking about today is Hims, or also known as Hims and Hers. Now, Hims and Hers is going public via SPAC route through a company called Oak Tree Acquisition Corp, or OAC. Now, San Francisco-based Hims launched in November 2017 as a men's wellness brand offering skincare, hair loss products, and erectile dysfunction medication. It has since then added a women's healthcare business called Hers, focused on birth control, sexual health, and skin and hair care products. The company now provides access to medical care and treatment for more than a dozen conditions with more than 50 different products. It has scaled its business quickly and has facilitated more than 2 million healthcare consultations. Now, the major investment thesis behind this company is that it offers improved access, improved quality, and improved affordability. Now, a majority of the customers are millennials, and 90% of their revenue is actually on a recurring basis. They also have notable partnerships, as Peter Thiel's Founders Fund is invested in this company, and they have partnerships with J-Lo and A-Rod, who only helps bolster their brand. Now, the company has driven 100% plus compounded annual revenue growth over the last 2 years, and has more than doubled gross margins to over 70 plus, with revenue that is over 90% recurring in nature. Hims and Hers reported $44 million in Q3 revenue, up from Q2's $35.9 million. The company has seen rapid growth in this year in all 3 quarters. In both Q1 and Q3, it experienced a 91% year-over-year increase. And it's in the second quarter, a 76% increase. The company also noted that the average customer order increased more than 16% from Q2 2020 to 67%. Now, the company's valuation of $1.6 billion equals 9 times estimated 2021 revenue and 12 times estimated 2021 gross profit. Now, I would highly recommend checking out this company's website as well as their investor presentation. It paints a very good picture of currently where the company is at and its future prospects. Now, the company is primarily focused right now on hair and sex, which I think are pretty in-demand products. So just think about it. If you have problems with your hair loss or in your sex life, you'd probably be willing to do a lot or spend a lot to be able to fix those problems. Hims and Hers is quickly becoming one of the leading solutions to address these problems. They're also trying to focus on mental health, which I think has a huge addressable TAM, as what's happening right now is a lot of people are at home, they're stuck on social media, and it's leading to a lot of mental health and depression issues. If they are able to expand into these other growth drivers and execute on what they're doing right now, Hims and Hers is really poised to do really well. Alright guys, well that was my breakdown of the top 10 stocks that I'm looking to buy in 2021. I know a lot of the stocks I talk about in my list are tech stocks. However, I like to invest in the future, and I really do believe tech is going to continue to do well. Now, I highly encourage you guys to do your own DD and to research these own companies on your own time. However, from everything that I've seen, I believe these companies have a great long-term future. I am invested in probably already half of these companies, but I am looking to either build a position or continue adding to these stocks. Well, that's about it for me, guys. Let me know what you guys are going to do or what kind of stocks you guys are looking to buy in 2021. I love hearing from the community and bouncing off different ideas from each other to help each other build our wealth. Alright guys, well if you guys like this content, please do me a big favor and smash that like button. This video did take a lot of time from researching all the way to editing, so if you guys can do me that big favor, I would really appreciate it. Now, if you guys like content like this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, as you'll get a lot more great content directly to your inbox. Alright guys, hope you have a happy new year and I'll see you in the next video.